Hey everyone, Michelle Lim here. I'm very excited. It's my first video for 2019, and I have exciting news because when I was out in San Francisco last week, I was like standing outside this comedy bar, and this guy was like, "Oh, I think I recognize you from YouTube," and I got so excited. I was more excited than he was. So it's like my first fan outing, seeing, viewing thing, whatever. Anyway, so I haven't done this for a while, and I'm so sorry that I haven't, uh, you know updated everybody and shouted out to my new subscribers, but I'm going to do this now, so bear with me. It's kind of a long-ish list. So I've got Joel Prince, Axel, Michael, Richard, Ram, Hank, Sneakers Corner, Later Stars TV, Sean, Cam, Fico, Mikal, Katha, Ben, Miriam, Zinzil, Gwelin, Manelson, Antonio, Outstanding Professor, Sweet and Thick, Gustav, Drew, Clang Boy, aka my cousin Itiong, thank you for subscribing. Donadaf, Nuri, and Milwale. So thank you so much for subscribing. I'm really excited that you guys have decided to join me on this comedy adventure. So the last video that I did, actually, I guess it was, no, it wasn't. I'm just talking out loud, but I haven't done a video this year. My last video was on New Year's Eve. So video for the year. Today I want to talk about hitting the comedy wall. Like, when you're running a marathon and you hit this wall and you feel like you can't go on. I feel like it's the same thing for comedy. You might start out and it's kind of scary, but then you get the hang of it and you start doing these gigs and you feel like you're making a lot of progress. But then after a while, you kind of plateau and then I don't know, maybe you lose motivation or things aren't going that well or you're not famous yet, which is, what's happening in my case, or something's just happening which is kind of letting you lose your steam a little bit. I want to talk about that. So, I've been doing comedy for around 9 years. I started in 2010 during this comedy competition. And I kind of hate telling people when I started doing comedy because I feel like everyone's just going to be like, well, if you've been doing it for 10 years, like, why aren't you famous yet? Yeah, you must not be very good, right? And I guess that's kind of a fair assessment, but I mean, I haven't been doing comedy full time for 10 years. I've just kind of been doing it as a hobby, and I think that's where the problem lies. For me, it's kind of like I know that I'm good at comedy and I know that I'm funny, but I'm not pushing myself hard enough to pursue this. So I read something recently, and it said that like you need to pursue your goals with intent, which is not what I'm doing. I'm kind of just like, yeah, I want to be famous, I want to have my own TV show, but I'm not really doing anything. Like I know that there are people out there and they're going out and they're doing gigs like every week. So not every week, every day, sometimes, 2 or 3 gigs in a night. And I feel like if you want to be successful in comedy, you really need to start doing that because it's not often only about how good your material is, but it's also about who you know and who your connections are. And just being out there and in the scene really helps raise your visibility for things like that. So my friend was talking to me about this a couple of months ago, and he said, like, don't you get jealous when you see other people that are doing better than you, right? And I'm like very proud of myself because I'm not very I learned to not get jealous like really early on in comedy, right? Because I feel like it's subjective and you're always gonna find people who you think they're not even that funny, like why are they more famous than I am? But they're trying harder than you. That's probably why. So I feel like I read a really good quote that said like you can't get mad at the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. And that's like me at the moment. I feel like I can't get mad at people because they're doing better than I am when I'm not doing anything to, you know, for pursue and really kind of attack these goals that I have. So, with that in mind, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about little things that you can do that may help you on your just kind of keep momentum with your comedy. So, for me, what I want to start doing is I want to start writing just a minute a week of joke material. And I think what I'll try to do is like record this material for you guys. So you can kind of think like see my thought process, but also it'll keep me accountable for like my joke material. Or, put up a YouTube video every week or something like that. Um, or you could try to do comedy with a friend. Like I know back in Sydney it was really easy for me because I had comedy friends there and we could like hit up open mic nights together, which I don't really have that many comedy friends here. So I gotta try to like make some new friends and just keep myself accountable because no one is gonna make you famous except for you. It's not like there's gonna be one person out there who's gonna see you and be like, damn, I want to make them famous. Like if you want it, you got to go for it. So this video is kind of more for me, but I think that you guys will find it useful too. So I'm kind of just doing a self-reflective period over here. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this video. I feel like if you're hitting a wall, then you need to maybe take a step back and think about what you want to achieve and maybe just break it down into some small steps and just start with something small. I know that it's kind of demotivating sometimes when you feel like you're doing really well, but nobody's like paying attention to you and no one's appreciating you, but you just got to keep putting yourself out there because if you don't put yourself out there, then 100% you're not going to get recognized. Um, and just keep looking for things. Like I recently put in a submission for the NBC Late Night Comedy Writers Workshop, which I'm really excited about, which I hope I get called for. And I've just been seeing things on Facebook sites, Facebook groups about other comedy competitions or expressions of interest for other things. So just kind of keep your finger on the pulse, join some of the local comedy Facebook groups and see what's happening and just put your name out there and just go for it. And I'm really excited to hear all your tips on how you guys stay motivated. And yes, let's do this together, man. 2019. We're getting famous this year. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.